Hey guys, Jason Lino here. Today's little quick tidbit is going to be about online coaching. The pros and the cons, you could say, because as some of you may know, I spent close to $1,000 last season for online coaching, and I have some good opinions on it. So if you're at that point where you can't really figure out if that's the direction for you, this video is definitely going to help. So let's just get straight into it. Pros. The first and most important pro that I always want to stress upon is a different perspective, because we all get to that point where we get caught up in our training and we just completely lose focus and only want to hit those heavy PRs, and that's not always best for your strength gains, because you need to put in that clean volume, the volume overall, and well, focus on your skills. And sometimes we just forget that. So having that angel on your shoulder, you could say, to put you in the right path for your strength gains is really beneficial, especially when you get closer to your competitions. You need to have that good guidance instead of just completely screwing everything up on yourself. Pro number 2 is going to be skill set. Now, most people are going to be doing this because, well, they just don't know exactly what they're doing. Some people won't be. Some people just like to do it to take the pressure off in a stressful situation, which is completely understandable. But the majority of the time, especially if you're getting coaching off season, is you need that different skill set, that more impressive skill set to put you on the right path. Because as some of you know, I had coaching from Garrett Blevins, who is just a super strong powerlifter, and from Simon from Aesthetics, who's more or less the epitome of conjugate for natural lifters. So these guys both had a vast amount of knowledge and was very beneficial to build me into who I am today, and I have to thank them for that. So if you're watching, thank you. But either way, getting that skill set to put me on the right path is going to be beneficial long term, not just the time I spent with them. Now the third pro, and the last pro we'll say for today, is the cost. If you do personal coaching, it usually costs a heck of a lot more than online coaching. Personal coaching, at least where I'm from, is about $90 to $100 per hour, and it's usually just some generic crappy strength and conditioning like pamphlet. It is nothing even close to powerlifting or even geared towards what you want to do. And from at least my experience, the majority of the time you do online coaching, they are going to try to gear it towards you and your goals, and that's a lot more beneficial than just saying, yeah, go do 3 sets of 10 of those those squats. Oh, parallel, you don't have to hit parallel, just get the tension in your quads. That is not beneficial. Now let's get to the negatives. Like in pro, cost is also a negative, because let's be honest, you're doing online coaching, you're really only interacting over the internet. So all your stuff is coming into spreadsheets, or you're doing Skype calls or things like that. Not a lot of people may find that beneficial. It might not find it personal enough for their coaching experience. Which brings me to my second negative, interaction. You do not get a lot of interaction when it comes to online coaching. Like, you really only get texting, Skype calls, things of that nature, and it's not always there. I'll be honest, I've had that point where I went into the gym not knowing what to do, and I've texted a coach, and by the end of my 2.5 hour session, I finally got a reply. Not always the best thing to happen, especially when you're gearing more towards a competition. So that is something that is sometimes hard to overcome when it comes to online coaching. Now, lastly is skill set. Skill set is something that is also in the pro, but it is also a negative. And the skill set is not towards the coach, it's towards you. Because let's be honest, if you're brand new and you do not know how to squat, or you don't know how to bench or power clean or anything like that, and they tell you how to do it, you're not going to know what to do. You're just going to wing it. You're going to go YOLO. You're not going to really know what you're doing. So if you're not at least an advanced beginner or an intermediate lifter, you should not even consider online coaching. You should just spend the extra dollars for personal coaching. At least that way they may tell you how to do a proper movement, may, but in reality, you just gotta find what is best for you and get a good amount of time in doing those movements before you consider the coaching, at least in my opinion. Now, with all that being said, with pros and cons, just do what you feel is right. Let's be honest, guys. Coaching is going to help anybody. It doesn't matter if you're new, it doesn't matter if you're old, it's going to help everybody, because having that wider range of knowledge is always going to be beneficial, even if it is something as minute as pulling the slack out of a bar before you deadlift, or something as great as teaching you a proper squat setup. Having some sort of guidance at least once or twice in your strength journey will be beneficial no matter what, because you're always going to learn something new, and learning is improving. But guys, that's pretty much it. Hopefully the video helps. Either way, don't take anything completely to heart, because like I said, this is my opinion, and to be honest, I'm probably going to do online coaching again eventually, but as of right now, I'm going to take what I learned, because that's what we do, and put it to use. Either way, that's the video, guys. See you next time.
Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video. Feel free to drop a comment down below about what you saw or what you guys would like to see next. And also, spread that love by hitting the like, share, and that big fat subscribe down below. And I'll see you guys next time.